can live your imagination, your life will be a dream come true. What are you passionate about? What do you wish you were doing rather than sitting here talking to me right now? What would you rather do?
Since her earliest days, Maxine Clark has been focused on imagination, empowerment, and entrepreneurship. It's fitting then that her 30-year career would lead to Maxine being honored with Nifty's prestigious Entrepreneurial Leadership Award. Throughout her career, Maxine has built and honed a solid reputation in the industry as an innovator and entrepreneur in the retail world, from department stores to national shoe chains and ultimately to the Build-A-Bear workshop, which she founded in 1997. Indeed, it was a 10-year-old friend and neighbor that provided the spark that led to Maxine's innovation and entrepreneurial spirit to envision Build-A-Bear.
It was my best friend, Katie, who was 10 years old at the time. We went out looking for Beanie Babies, if you all remember the Beanie Baby craze, and we couldn't find the one she wanted. She said, we could do this. We could make these. We went home to my house. She went downstairs, got out all the stuff to make it, but she didn't really mean that. I heard something bigger than what she was saying.
During her tenure as Chief Executive Bear, Maxine focused not only on building bears in a thriving global business, but on fostering a generation of doers and makers, encouraging kids' creativity and ambition through play. Maxine's passion for lifting others up and helping others achieve their full potential has fueled not only her corporate success, but her humanitarian work and engagement with her community in St. Louis.
This building right here is going to become our community center for the neighborhood.
As a board member on several nonprofits, including the Task Force on Early Childhood, Beyond Housing, and the Washington University in St. Louis Board of Trustees, and her oversight and championing of the new community entrepreneurial nonprofit space, the Del Mar Divine, Maxine continues to use her expertise to enrich the lives of her fellow St. Louis residents.
St. Louis has so much potential, and our children are counting on us to do that.
Her generous spirit and passion for innovation and community have garnered her NAACP's 2022 Humanitarian of the Year, among numerous other accolades, both locally and nationally. It is only natural that Maxine and Nifty should come together in 2013, where she served as keynote speaker at Nifty's first St. Louis business plan competition. Soon after, she agreed to be a founding Nifty St. Louis Advisory Board member and continues to serve on the Midwest Advisory Board to this day. She's just as often seen in the classroom as she is at events, and has provided counsel and encouragement to countless teachers and students through the years. Maxine is an active volunteer and mentor, forming lasting relationships with the students she takes under her wing.
Hey Maxine, it's Jordan Harden. I hope this message finds you well. It's been 10 years since graduating Nifty. The skills that you taught at the business development camp way back then, I still feel like I use those often in my life. So I really appreciate you for taking the time out to come and interact with us during that time.
My name is Aaliyah Wilson, and I am a fourth-year dental student at Marquette University. I met Maxine a few years ago, back in 2014, when she acted as a mentor when I was creating my business, Kool-Aid Crutchwear. And throughout the years, she's acted as a mentor, a resource, and a friend. Her passion for kids and education have truly inspired me and have impacted my career choice of becoming a pediatric dentist. You truly deserve this, Maxine. Congratulations again.
Congratulations on all of the praise that you are receiving. You really deserve it.
Her generosity extends to her network as well, where she tirelessly works to open doors for Nifty in whatever way she can. It is with the deepest of gratitude and appreciation that we honor Maxine Clark as a recipient of this year's Entrepreneurial Leadership Award.
Please welcome founder of Build-A-Bear Workshop, CEO of the Clark Fox Family Foundation, and Chief Inspirator of the Del Mar Divine, Maxine Clark.
I am really honored to be here to be recognized by Nifty in this way. I also want to thank all the Nifty teachers and coaches. Always they're appreciated, but especially this week during National Teacher Appreciation Week. So thank you to all of you. I first met Nifty when I was asked to be a keynote speaker at a summer biz camp event in St. Louis a decade ago. As I sat and listened to the kids give their pitches, I was blown away. I wondered what would be possible if they just had one more week, it was just a 2-week camp, to finalize their pitch and business plans, because I was already ready to invest. Then I talked to Jane Walsh about how we could make this a full-time endeavor in St. Louis. When I talked to her, she knew that I was the founder of Build-A-Bear, and she probably thought, well, she knew I was pretty soft, especially for kids. But don't let the teddy bear and me fool you, because I'm pretty serious about a business plan, and Jane and I laid a plan to raise the money, form a board, and bring Nifty full-time to St. Louis. When I was growing up, I didn't know the word entrepreneur, even though my dad owned his own business. I remember seeing his occupation on a loan application sitting on his desk. It said business owner. Still, that was not my goal. Mine was to be a civil rights attorney. But I got waylaid when I went to work to pay for law school and found my boundless curiosity was the engine I needed to be successful. It was my high school journalism teacher, Mrs. Adams, who challenged me to step out into the unknown. She honed my nose for news and my creative instincts to create a new version of our school newspaper, and as the editor, to challenge the status quo of our times, the late 1960s, through my weekly editorials. I had heard a rumor in my high school that the janitors made more money than the teachers. I was appalled. I asked her if this could possibly be true, not that the janitors should make less money, but that my beloved teachers should make more. She challenged me to find out, and my activist mom encouraged me, and the editorial I wrote paved the way for my scholarship to college and the life that was calling my name. Mrs. Adams also introduced me to the bright lights of Broadway as she brought me to a Columbia Scholastic Press event where I won an award for that bold editorial. Mrs. Adams and I were united some 40 years post-graduation at a Build-A-Bear store opening, only to find out that she too loved teddy bears. She left an indelible mark on me and inspired my entrepreneurial spirit. Her son, Jonathan Adams, is here tonight. Thank you for coming, Jonathan. I know that she would be thrilled that we were spending and celebrating this evening together. Every student should have their Mrs. Adams, a teacher that inspires them, opens the world to them, and makes them feel 10 feet tall. That's what the teachers and the coaches of Nifty do for their students. They nurture their ideas, teach them to be spokespersons for their business plans, build their confidence, and fortunately for all of us, they inspire future business leaders. Young people that are thinking of all the products our multicultural world will need. Nifty has allowed me to be a Mrs. Adams to so many young people, many in the Nifty program, but others that are finding their entrepreneurial spirit in the adult world, and some of them are here with me tonight. From cosmetics to new clothing and accessory brands, to technology to power the content generation, and platforms to bring the most talented Black designers directly to their customers, to bankers, even writers and producers. By the way, I started Build-A-Bear when I was 48 years old. You're never too young, or too old, as Nifty would tell you, you're never too young, but you're certainly never too old to be an entrepreneur. But you know, the best part of working with kids is that they bring out the best in you too. They ask crazy questions, make you think, why not? And in my case, inspired me to start Build-A-Bear, as you heard in the story. On an after-school jaunt to look for Beanie Babies, my friend Katie, who was 10 years old at the time, said, "These are so easy, we could make them." Well, she meant go home and do a craft project and make her own version of the soft beanbag toys. But I heard something different, and that day, the idea for Build-A-Bear Workshop was born. Katie, too, is here tonight, and I'm so glad that she joined us. And I'll always be thankful to her and her brother Jack, also here tonight, for allowing me to share in their lives and their dreams. I like to say that it takes a village to raise a bear, and for sure, I have a robust village. I hope that your engagement with Nifty inspires you to be that village for the young people in your schools, and more importantly, the economic future of our country. The talent that surrounds us, all the talent, regardless of zip code, is what we have to look forward to. I have a favorite quote. You heard that in this speech too, in the video. If you can live your imagination, your life will be a dream come true. Even my vivid imagination could not have seen this far forward to this special day and this award. Tonight is a night to celebrate the imagination of our students and invest in their future, to be their Mrs. Adams. Thank you again to JD and the Nifty team for this incredible award.